Hey, how y'all doing? Thank you for tuning in to Motivational Life Global. I'm your host, Mike. And today what I'll be doing is reading from something that I produced on January the 8th, 2024 at 11:20 a.m. And it's titled, The Introduction. So without further ado, God has just been sitting back watching us all. And this is what he does for thousands of centuries. And it's almost like clockwork. Once it's been so long, human beings begin to take advantage of his absence. Sort of like the saying, when the cat's away, the mice will play. And it fits history that every time God sent someone, the message was basically in our terms of today's time. You're all doing too much. You're getting ahead of yourselves, and again, like clockwork, the taking advantage of includes excluding God at an all-time high for each current point in history. So what I'm saying is, the message is, y'all doing too much. You're all doing too much. And none of it's including God. And if it's history that each time God comes, he always uses society as a thermometer, and each time society's temperature is godless, which is how society becomes so entangled. So if it's history that God again would show up to untangle society, God always shows his love for style and everything that is in and up to date, such as every area in life, from music to furniture to antiques to art paintings to fashion to gold to diamonds, everything that influences his people. So, if it's history that God always comes to us in the middle of us partying, living good, eating good, living high off the fat of the land, so as to show us that it doesn't matter how many thousands of centuries or millions of centuries go by, that he is always watching us, peeping us, so to speak. That he, from the time of Adam and Eve, is the very, very same God, but is a hip God, a cool God, and doesn't mind us enjoying ourselves, but too much is too much. And it's not today that he comes to scold, but to mold, to keep us in line so that we don't lose our own personal spiritual battles to our own individual souls. Because we don't die as a group together in harmony. We'll all die and be judged as individuals. I want you to be reminded, or even to understand this point of what I'm about to say, and that is, you all actually, before Judgment Day, have the power to pick your own destination. It's right before your very own eyes. But the lie you believe is that you'll be able to slip into heaven with sympathy. But you will not. You have been given power and authority over your life, and nothing of that magnitude is handed over easily. In fact, something given to you of that magnitude is worth a lifetime fight to the devil, who has the power, energy, and resources to do so. So this is why we have been given the amount of time that we've been given. Because it'll take you a lifetime to navigate, get through the enemy's world that we live in, and not be hypnotized, which will take years of falling down and getting up to accomplish after you learn to become an adult and walk on your own. So by the time you've lived 70 plus years and have lived a good 50 years on your own as a full adult, there should be no excuses. You have the power to live by God, obey God, and not stress God out with silly sin, overcoming your weaknesses, so that by the time Judgment Day arrives, it's just like graduation day. You're only going there to get your diploma and celebrate. Like, you don't go to graduation day not knowing if you'll receive a diploma. You already know this ahead of time. It's the same with your salvation. Ask yourself, why would you gamble with something so important that has an eternal outcome? It's something that you actually should be so paranoid about, you make sure you're definitely going to graduate ahead of time. Even if it's tutoring, extra study. And this is not so to graduate, but so to learn and master how to love God, who loved you before you even knew how intricate He was in the details of your existence. Because you don't know God until you love God intimately and seriously. And when you do, you begin to like what God likes and dislike what God dislikes. The shackles that used to hold you in bondage from being intimate with God begin to be broken and fall off on their own. And they're like stitches. Healing is revealed. And this is the Most High's loyalty you begin to learn of. And this is also how you can determine and bring into fruition the outcome of your own salvation. And again, the scary thing is, if you wait till the last minute and let God have to read to you all of the things that you've been doing throughout your life, besides you saying thank you, God, plenty of times, and asking of God's rescue of you plenty of times, and expect that you should be given a chance to live with God in His home for eternity, not even understanding how that is actually a smack in God's face, as well as disrespectful as an insult. Shall I go on? So you cannot trick God. First, you have to love yourself. Loving you begins you loving God that created you, and realizing you want more for yourself and God deserves more from you. And the only way to gain this strength to start strengthening yourself is from God, who created you, who loves you. Then you start to become a much better you inside and out. You have this genuine love for God, then you begin to build up a relationship that is genuine and true. This is how you save yourself, which is in turn saving your salvation, but only through true, genuine love. And you will be sifted to see if it's true love, or does your soul think it could slip one in on God. And your soul will even tell you you're being sifted, and tell you if you're true or playing chess. And this is being recorded real time and will be replayed on your special day. So God won't even let you lie to yourself, let alone lie to Him. So that's that. Your special day can be graduation day or judgment day. And it's all handed over to you to be up to you. This is why all over your religious texts tell you that you have authority over the earth. It's to motivate you to create your own destiny, not just now, but forever and for eternity. Thank you guys for listening. Motivational Life Global.